What I would personally like to do with the information that I get from the Rural Symposium is to take it back to our board and have a discussion as to where we are now and where we can possibly go in the future.
I think it's a great idea to connect with other trustees and to see what new things that they are doing around in their schools to help keep them viable and keep them going every year.
It's so funny, from north to south, east to west, we all have the same problems, but we just never seem to get together as often. Like we got our ASBA and PSBA, but we just don't do the rural, and which has a lot of the same problems, and we need to get the issues out there.
The rural boards in Alberta share so much in common that it only makes sense for us to get together and share our best practices, share our promising practices, and do together, I think, successfully what each of us are challenged to do on our own.
I'm quite fortunate in my constituency of Calgary-Glenmore to have established schools of all styles that have stable populations. In some areas they're growing, in some they're flat. The challenges of our rural counterparts of keeping their schools open, keeping their schools vibrant. It's really important as an urban MLA that I understand that what schools, school councils, parents, educators are going through.
Too often, and sometimes this is not meant to be critical, but the big boards, Edmonton, Calgary, Red Deer, they tend, because of numbers and size, they tend to drive the conversation, and in bigger meetings, they do have a bigger influence. This is nice to get, because there is a huge difference between the needs in a major urban center and our little outlying places. And so this gives you a chance to kind of get down and dirty and talk about, the day-to-day, the nitty-gritty.
I think that whole notion of rural education needs to be everybody's responsibility. There are diverse populations that come to this conference, and do we truly understand the impact rural education has on society, on our generation of students and youth that either live in rural or not, and what role do we play in support of that?